I could understand what he was doing with the team. And that is why when President was asking me, how do you see your chances? I said, we are going to win the AFCON. For me, I felt this was our chance to win the AFCON.
To win the AFCON, because we were so close.
We were so close, and we were solid. We were the best team in AFCON.
Yeah, really. We were the best team.
We were the best team. You could see how we played. We were the best team. And in actual fact, when we were playing, Ivorians and all the other nations that were there supported teams that we played against, because all of them wanted South Africa out of the tournament. Yes, and every time that motivated the team to know that we don't have anybody supporting us, including back home. Because if you remember, when we left here, people did not even expect us to go through the group stages. No one gave us a chance. And it was even worse losing to Mali. And losing by 2-0. And therefore, everybody wrote us off.
And that game we played good football, it's just that we lost.
And after that game, Coach Hugo said to these boys, we played good football, but we lost the game. So in the AFCON, with my experience having coached Cameroon and having won the AFCON with Cameroon, you don't need to play good football to win, but you must grind results. And that spirit was built in the minds of all these players. They were all motivated to say, no matter how ugly we play, but we need to work as a team to bring the results. And that's what we did. The team was playing some kind of football that could not be stopped. And teams could not read us, really. They could not analyze us. Whereas Coach Hugo could easily analyze them and say, this is how we are going to beat these people.
In terms of individual players, who do you handle the most and say, this one played good, except Ronald Williams? That one is a given.
You know, because I'm head of delegation of Bafana, I would not pick on single individual, because when I go back, if I should go back, the other players would say, no, HOD doesn't like us.
All right, now I understand.
So it's best for me not to say this one, that one. Let me say all the players played well.
I understand, President. So, but at the bottom of the Bonica quality of South Africa off. Now that we've got a positive results coming from AFCON, what is the mandate going forward in terms of the national team structure, so that we can be positive in such a way that we qualify for World Cup and actually leave group stages to World Cup, because we now realize that we have the strength and the capacity to go forward as a football nation.
After getting position 3, Coach Hugo said, our focus must be the World Cup. And I want to take South Africa to the World Cup. And not only going there to add numbers. He said, the way we play, if Morocco could go to the semi-finals of the World Cup, and we are able to beat Morocco, it simply says South Africa can even win the World Cup. And I've got strong belief that South Africa can surprise many.
Now we've seen.
We will qualify to the World Cup, and we will do well. But we must start first with this tournament that is coming. It's 4 Nations tournament in Algeria from the 18th to the 27th of March. where Bafana Bafana is going to play. Algeria will be there as well, and 2 other countries. So our performance there will show that our performance in the AFCON was not fluke. We need to win those games in Algeria, and thereafter focus on the World Cup qualifiers in June, where we are playing Zimbabwe and Nigeria. We play Nigeria away and Zimbabwe at home, so we must win those. Then also wait for this Rwanda that beat us away. So we must come back and beat Rwanda. Yes.
So let's go down from national team and to the regional level. We've got a coach, Orbit coach. I was with him on Wednesday. He was saying the problem with Northwest football is that there is no togetherness in such a way that even he is not getting enough sponsors so that he can propel the team forward to the PSL level. Because at this point he is saying, and I quote, I am only playing to retain the status so that I do not get relegated. Because even if I go to PSL, I do not think I'll manage financially. I do not think I have the financial capacity to take the team to the PSL and actually hold it there. What do you say about that?
It is the responsibility of the leadership of football in the province to come on board and assist Orbit College. So we must take Orbit College and go to cooperate South Africa. We must go to the mines in the province. We must go to all the companies in the province and say, here is a team that is a shining example of good football. Can't you invest in them? It starts there. We've got to go and convince corporate South Africa. That is the only way to do it.
Okay, that one is understandable. What about the schools competition? They have been halted in Northwest Mafike, to be precise. There are a lot of tournaments that are held here, and a lot of football stars were seen on school tournaments. So why is that happening?
Now, as
I'm thinking about Mafike, specifically Mafike, there are not a lot of school tournaments.
I don't want to restrict it to Mafike. I want to open it up and say, schools football used to be driven by SASFA, and SAFA took away the license from SASFA to run the schools football itself. But what is happening in provinces? I want to mention our province, Northwest. We've got officials of the Department of Education who are blocking SAFA from entering into schools and running these competitions, whereas they allowed SASFA to operate freely in schools. But when SAFA has got to run football, I don't know what is it that they were benefiting from SASFA, because we don't come to them with something that they would benefit, but we want to develop football. They close us out. Some of them are fighting us as SAFA. And that is why you see that football in schools, it's like sort of dying. It's been killed by officials of the department. I cannot call schools to a tournament. I cannot call meetings of schools to address schools football, because I'm not an employer. I'm not a departmental official. The department official or department officials are the ones that must call these schools for us.
Right.
But if they refuse to call schools for us, how do you go to schools? Because tomorrow they will say, schools, you are not going to go to a meeting called by Molonto. And the schools will be right not to come to my meetings because I'm not controlling schools. Schools are controlled by the Department of Education. So that's where the problem is. And that's why I still have an outstanding meeting with the MEC of Education, Mayor Viola Muchumi, to go and address this issue. Because we've got coaches that are trained that can take schools football to another level. But how will they operate when they don't have access to schools? That is the biggest challenge. And once we get over that hurdle, schools football will be up and running. You will see those tournaments here in Mafeking, as you are indicating. But I must say, in Mafeking in particular, we've got, in the district, we've got Re Thabo Molai. He's positive, he wants to work with us to make football playable in the province.
Okay.
And in particular in the district.
In Mafeking.
Yes.
President, in closing, when you leave your tenure in presidency, what do you want to be remembered as, and what contribution would you have made when you finally say, "Nah, I'm done"?
Firstly, I want to see more Northwest players in national teams. Be Bafana Bafana, Banyana Banyana, under 20 men and women, under 17 men and women, under 15 men and women. If we can see that those leagues, those national teams are dominated by players from Northwest, it will be a great achievement for me. But above it, I want to see more of these players dominating PSL. We have recently seen a player that has been playing in our ABC Motsepe, Heaven, from Northwest University. He's playing now Cape Town City. And I was told Cape Town City wanted there's jersey number 10 at Orbit College.
Oh.
They also wanted that.
But then Pugiso refused?
No, Pugiso did not refuse. Orlando Pirates also is looking at that boy.
Oh.
And I think Pugiso had an earlier agreement with Pirates. We might see that boy donning the colors of Orlando Pirates. And that is my dream. And I would also want to see we changing the landscape of football in terms of football resources.
Yeah.
The stadiums, as you pointed, if we can have best stadiums in the province, in every local football association, I'll be the happiest man. That will be a legacy, greatest legacy to leave. But above all, I want to see us as the country, as SAFA, winning the World Cup.
That's going to be a difficult hurdle, President.
It is possible.
It is possible. Nothing is impossible.
We need to believe. You know. I'll tell you something that people don't know, and some people will think I'm dreaming. You know, prayer can turn things around. You can have talent, you can have football skills, you can have the best coach, but if you don't have God around you, you might not achieve that. I think you must have heard what the goalkeeper of Cote d'Ivoire said, Sangare.
Yeah, Sangare.
He said, I think God was with us. Remember, we were almost eliminated.
And at group stages.
At group stages.
Yeah.
And every now and then, we got saved by God.
And even at the finals.
Even at the finals.
Yeah.
God saved us.
Mm.
And that is, for me, very, very powerful. And that is my belief as well. To say, God was also with South Africa in the AFCON. I'll say that because if you remember how we played against Nigeria,
Yeah.
Nigeria scored what people could say was the end of the game,
Yeah.
scoring the second goal.
Scoring the second goal.
But what did God do? God turned it around for it to be a penalty against Nigeria.
Yeah.
And we were given a lifeline.
That was God too.
And then we got other opportunities that, God gives you luck. And if you don't claim that luck,
Yeah.
you must fight for that luck. So I think as South Africa, as Bafana, we did not fight enough for that luck. And that is why we lost that game. But that was our game. And had we won that game,
I would have beaten our Ivory Coast.
we could have won the AFCON. And that is why I'm saying to you, I'm this person who believes in God and who allows God to fight my battles. And even as we go to the World Cup qualifiers, we would put God first to fight for us. And we will achieve. All these things, even my success in leadership, it's not because I am intelligent and wise.
It's God.
It's God's wisdom. It's not mine. It's God's wisdom. And God propels me forward all the time.
So that's all you were going to say to the supporters, is put God first.
We should put God first.
President, we have the utmost respect for your leadership, and then we believe in you so much that we want God to give you strength to fight those battles that you need to overcome, so that you can be able to get through to schools, you can be able to get through to those politicians, to give us money to fix facilities, all those problems we've been mentioning here. I just wish things would turn around, and then Northwest and South Africa as a whole can become a country that it is supposed to be, because I think football in South Africa is supposed to be at the top level, but it is not there because of things that are beyond football, challenges that are not supposed to be there, challenges that should have been averted way before. So I just hope God gives you strength, and thank you for being with us in this channel, and I hope that you come back next time whenever you are succeeding in one of the things that you want to succeed in, and just come back and tell us how you've won those battles, how you didn't win. We just love to see people like you come into this channel and sharing your wisdom with the people of Northwest, because I don't think people know you this much, Uti. You can talk to us, and you are a relaxed person. You are the one you are approachable, Chairman, and you just said humility is the way to go, and putting God first is what I think I've learned a lot from sitting right here with you. If somebody had told me that I would be sitting with the president of Northwest, I'd say it's a lie. I sent you a text, and then you replied. You didn't know who I was, but then you gave me a chance. You gave the football lovers a chance to come and hear your side of the story, and for that, thank you, Chairman.
I'm humbled by your invitation, because for that it shows recognition, and that is why I had to be available for you. And I said, I'm here to serve the people of the province, and I'm available for any platform that could assist us to develop football in the province and grow it to another level.
Okay, coach. I guess this is where we close it. Sorry to call you coach. I guess this is where